And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. It's the Houston Astros taking on the Minnesota Twins. First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. And today on the hill, David Festa.
Well, just a 3-pitch mix in his arsenal, which, you know, it's not a lot for a starter. So always very important for him to have a good feel and command all 3. Sometimes you can make that 3 look like 4 if you add or subtract a little bit of velocity on one. But, you know, one thing about it can be easy to get too predictable out there on the mound. So hitters are aware of that. Mixing those 3 pitches in all counts is going to be a big key for him in this one.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivery. Jose Altuve leading things off and takes a strike. That one finds the corner. That is strike 2.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
And the 0-2. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Larnell takes it in for the out. 1 up, 1 down. Now we check out the Astros lineup. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
Mauricio Dubon in the box now. No balls and a strike. He swings and fouls one off.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
The 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
2 outs, base is empty. That one not close. 2-0.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Swing and a high fly. His second homer of this series. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Base is empty with 2 away. Christian Walker up next for the Astros. Gets the slider in there for a strike. Walker with a couple of homers in his last game. just missed. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the 3rd and final game of the series. That one misses, and the count's even at 2. And that one upstairs.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Yainer Diaz waiting to hit for Houston. And he walked him.
That's ball 4. Take your base.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Yainer
Runner at
Diaz.
first with 2 away. Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Walker off of first with 2 away. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The pitch. Gonna count
Ball.
1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. First inning, and already up to 23 pitches. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Two outs. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Astros notch a run on the solo homer. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And we're back. And today's starting pitcher, Christian Javier.
Well, the big thing is that the way he holds his curveball, it's more of a knuckle curve, and because of that, it's less predictable in terms of the break for the hitter. That makes it that much harder to hit this guy.
And now the DH,
Leading
Willie
up
Castro.
for the Twins, the designated hitter, Willie Castro.
And that's in there at the knees. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. He's got it, and there's one down. And now we take a peek at the Twins lineup. Already trailing by a run in this one. They'll be looking to get on the scoreboard early on as well.
Well, it's just the 1 run, so not too big a hill to climb. But, yeah, if they can answer back in this inning or at least in the next couple, that'll maybe settle everyone into this ball game, and that includes their own starter on the mound.
Jose Miranda, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Javier, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Carlos Correa.
And here comes Carlos Correa. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Swing and a miss at a slider. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch to pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Twins retired in short order. They trail here 1-0. Back at Target Field, new inning getting started. And stepping in for the Astros, Isaac Paredes. Festa back to work. That one misses. Ball one.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Fights it off. He'll see another. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Now it's the DH, John Singleton. And there's a ball. One down, base is empty. That's down and in.
That's a ball.
Umpiring behind the plate for us today, Boog, is Mike Fillmore, and he is a good one. He'll reward pitches on the edges a little bit, but the main thing is he doesn't keep you guessing. Once he establishes that a pitch is a strike, it stays that way.
One out, base is empty. That's in there, and the count is 2-2. Just misses with that one.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Left field, Larner sizing this one up. 2 down.
Batting eighth, the shortstop, Jeremy Pena.
2 outs, base is empty. And here is Jeremy Pena. And that misses. Inside. And that is ball one. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
The shortstop takes the ball.
2 strikes.
Two down, nobody on. He goes down looking. Nothing doing there for Houston, but they hold a 1-0 lead. We head to the bottom of the second, and now for the Twins, Royce Lewis.
Lewis.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Tosses across to first. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
Fifth, the right fielder, Matt Wallner.
Now it's the right fielder, Matt Wallner. He's got 4 hits in the series on 9 at-bats. First pitch misses. Just missed.
2-0.
And another ball. And there's the automatic. Fastball for a strike.
Count's full.
That one is inside ball 4. And I mean, oh, so close. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game. Here's Byron Buxton. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart. There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Tying run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Just off the inside edge. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Altuve hauls it in, 2 away.
Batting 7th, the catcher, Ryan Jeffers.
Ryan Jeffers at the plate. 3 for 7 in the series so far. And that's off the inside edge. 1-0. Wallner off of first with 2 away. That's inside, and it's 2-1. That's inside.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Trevor Larnach in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Got him swinging. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We played 2 full. It's the Astros 1 and the Twins nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for the Astros, Chas McCormick. In for a strike. It's 0-1. McCormick hitting 9th in today's lineup. And he's usually in center, but today starting in right. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and he's on at first.
Now batting, the second baseman, Jose.
So the batting order turns over. Jose Altuve digs in now. He's 0 for 1.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
And that drops in for a strike.
Well, these Astros doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense. You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
The other way, and base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
He was all over that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
First and second, no outs. Mauricio Dubon up next for the Astros, and that's down and away. No outs, runners at first and second. There's the strike.
1-1.
Fastball for a strike. Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. That one finds the zone. 0-2. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
And now it's Christian Walker. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Right through there for a strike. First and second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Hit hard, base hit. McCormick rounds third, headed for the plate. He's safe. It's 2-0.
What an aggressive secondary lead. That ball was smoked to left. To be able to score from second. Not only great speed, but great instinct as well.
First and second, 2 outs. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Yainer Diaz. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Two on, 2 outs.
Oh, that pitch is out.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. That one missed.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
And that one hammered. And that gets down in the corner. 1 run across. The throw is wild, and it gets away.
Everything came together for him. Put a very nice swing on that pitch right there. Got one to drive and just kept it fair down that right field line and into the corner. And it's almost impossible to track those down as an outfielder.
Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. Struck out swinging his first time. To the left side, but it is well fouled.
Hey, it's still early in this ball game, but you know this at bat right here could be a big factor in the outcome. You think about it. There's a chance to really blow this thing open right here.
In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. Some movement in the Twins bullpen. Simeon Woods Richardson getting loose out there. Castellano getting loose as well. Ground ball left side. Lewis throws to first. They limit the damage here. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and a couple left on. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Astros 3 and the Twins nothing. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
The left fielder, Trevor Larnach.
On the ground to the left, and that squirts through. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, and he starts the bottom of the 3rd with a double.
Waste no time there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Edouard Julien, the next Twin up to hit. Hitless in the series. He's 0 for 9. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Just missed. Larnach at second with nobody out. Next pitch is outside.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So it's a good take by him.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
So the lineup flips over. This is Willie Castro. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Misses again, 5 in a row. First and second here, no outs. Next offering is in for a strike. Late swing, foul to the left. In the dirt. That one misses, and that's ball 3. Into center. Dubon coming on. He's got it, and there's one down.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Jose Miranda, the next twin up to hit. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
And that one fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
This one in the air. Walker in position. Snags it for the second out.
The batter, number 4, shortstop Carlos Correa.
Now Correa up to hit. He's 0 for 1. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Foul ball there. Two on, 2 outs. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. No runs, a hit, 2 left. On to inning number 4. It's the Astros 3 and the Twins nothing. Back in Minnesota, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, John Singleton. That one misses, and that's ball 1. And a big swing and a miss.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. and a miss, and he struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
The batter.
Now it's the shortstop, Jeremy Pena. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Inside. And that's ball 1. There's a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
On the ground, Correa tosses to first. That's out number 3. Astros go down 1-2-3, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Welcome back, and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers.
Lewis.
First pitch just misses.
Well, these Twins just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Next offering is fouled back. To the right side. Walker steps on the bag. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Matt Wallner, the next Twin up to hit. He reached on a walk his first time.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That misses the zone, and the count is 1-1. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. In the air to left down the line. And that will drop foul. The 1-2. Swing and a ground ball. Altuve handles it. Sends it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Byron Buxton.
2 down, base is empty. And now the center fielder, Byron Buxton. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Hot shot to third. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Now batting, the catcher.
Well, I definitely think the speed down the line played a factor on that throw. He had more time than he thought, but as a fielder, the speed of the game and the speed and he just rushed it and failed to make a clean throw.
Man at first, Ryan Jeffers, the next Twin up to hit. Off the mark there, and it's 1-0. Buxton leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Well struck right field. That's back there. Got all of that one. So he blasts one out the other way. His second of the year. It's 3-2.
That's exactly what this crowd wanted to see in this spot. He blasted that pitch. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Swinging a foul straight back. Two outs. And a foul ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
Now batting, second baseman, Edward.
So man aboard.
Julien.
Now it's the second baseman, Edouard Julien. Walked his first time. And that's in for a strike. Next pitch is downstairs. Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Breaking ball inside. The count now 2-2. Right side, hard hit. Altuve slings to first. That's the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the fifth. Simeon Woods Richardson.
Now
he's making his second
Twins,
appearance of the season.
Number 24, Simeon Woods Richardson.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. 1 for 2.
The second baseman, Jose Altuve.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. There's a strike. And he gets tied up right there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Headed towards the corner. And it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Now batting, the center fielder, Mauricio Dubon.
Here's Mauricio Dubon. 0 for 2 in this one. Very high with that one. Ball 1. Swing and a base hit. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here's Yordan Alvarez. He's already homered in this game. And ball one.
Well, these Astros, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Next offering is downstairs.
2 balls, no strike.
Fastball for a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And now it's filled up.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Here comes a 3-2. And they're all loaded up.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
And here's the first baseman, Christian Walker. Golden opportunity right here. That one is absolutely belted. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul.
Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs, 1 hitter at a time.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
That one ripped, but foul. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. That's back there. Gone! Grand slam! Oh my! He rocketed that one out of here. And they add to their lead. It's 7-2.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Well, he comes through big time with the grand slam here, but you also got to give some credit to the guys ahead of him. Good at bats to get on base and really set the table for a very special moment in this one.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Simeon Woods Richardson out of the game, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with a new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for the
Coming
Twins.
out of the bullpen for the Twins, Averson Castellano.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Yainer Diaz getting ready to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Four runs already in the frame, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Lewis throws to first. One away here in the 5th.
Now batting, the third baseman,
Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Next pitch is outside. Outside. Still only one out here in the inning. Pitch misses, and that's ball 3. And they'll do it again. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A solo shot. It's their 2nd home run of the inning, and they tack on to their lead. It's 8-2. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So 1 out, nobody on. Next is the designated hitter, John Singleton. Not even close there. 1-0. And there's a ball.
Ball 3. 3-0.
Next offering is in for a strike. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
3-2.
On the ground, right side, Julian slings to first in time.
The batter, number 3, shortstop Jeremy Pena.
2 outs, base is empty. And next to hit for Houston, Jeremy Pena. And that drops in for a strike.
First pitch changeup, he gets a called strike. You got to really know who that hitter is at the plate in order to throw that pitch again and again.
That's out to center field. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
The right
so next up for Houston, Chas McCormick. This one in the air. Julian. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And this is now an 8-2 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Javier back to work. Just
Inside,
off the
ball one.
inside edge. Activity in the Houston bullpen. Lance McCullers Jr. preparing to come on if needed. Garcia getting cranked up as well. The 1-0.
Yeah.
That one
Ball,
missing
that's
inside.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Ball. Down.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now batting, the first baseman.
So a man at first. Now the number 2 hitter, Jose Miranda. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. Castro gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swings through that one, out in front that time.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle of the base hit. And out to a board.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that.
Now
Often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Correa up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. First and second, no outs. Last half of inning number 5. That missed by a lot. And it's 2-0.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Has been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
And there's a fly ball deep right field. Going back. And it hits the fence. 1 run is. He'll score. 2 runs are in.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Christian Javier won't go any further, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
Bennett
the Astros,
Sousa taking over on the mound.
number 62, Bennett Sousa.
Here's Royce Lewis. Has grounded out a couple of times. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Swung on, belted. Alvarez going back on it. And that's a home run into the upper deck. Into the second deck it goes. And they close the gap. It's 8-6.
He just sent this stadium into a frenzy. They're going nuts. could blow a high fastball by him, but he was ready for it. Look at how quickly he jumped on that pitch.
And now the right fielder, Matt Wallner. On a line, base hit.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Showed
Byron.
willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Byron Buxton will hit next. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. That's off the mark, and it's 2-1. And downstairs.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Got the start to this inning he was hoping for on the mound. Now he's going to have to really dial it up against the bottom part of this lineup to get out of this jam.
First and second, no outs. Ryan Jeffers, the next twin up to hit. He's already homered here in this one. High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul.
Well, he got a first pitch breaking ball right there that he clearly liked the look of. Just needed to let it travel a little longer.
This one popped up. Altuve gets under it. Brings it in. And there's one down.
No, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Here's Trevor Larnach.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 1. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Now a screamer into the outfield. Gone, and to the deepest part of the park. All muscle to center field. Second home run of the inning for him. And they've rallied from 6 back. It's 9-8. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. Bennett Sousa gives way, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for
Luis
Houston.
Garcia gets the ball now.
Number 77.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality
Luis
pitches out of him right
Garcia.
here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Edouard Julien now at the plate. That one pushed to the left and foul. One down, base is empty. Breaking ball misses down and away. And now 2 balls and a strike. And that skips in the dirt.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And a foul ball. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And a swing and a miss there. Diaz collects, fires to first, and it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball if you're the pitcher. Hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Castro stands in now and watches strike 1. Two down, nobody on.
Nope, outside.
Outside low, and a count 2-1. That's hard hit on the line. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's down to 1 here at 9-8. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back at the ballpark. And in this series, it has been ugly on the mound as we look at the numbers. Liner, and this could be trouble. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Putting some good swings on the ball. That's his second extra base hit in this one. Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double. It's easy to spin off a pitch like that, Boog, and you can pull that thing foul, but that was perfect. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Dubon, the next to hit, 1 for 3. And he chases a high fastball there.
0-1's the count.
Oh, 0-1 now. With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Got him! Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's 1 away.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Here comes the manager out of the Twins dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Aberson Castellano departs, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for the
on the
Twins.
mound now for the Twins, Danny
Number
Coulombe.
54.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
And now here is Yordan Alvarez. And that one fouled off. Man at second. That one pulled foul. Next offering is down low. Altuve over at second, one down.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. That one the other way. Down the line, and it's foul.
Count is 3-2.
In the dirt. Runner holds, and it's a full count. Christian Walker in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Ripped on the ground to second, throws to first in time. That was a strong at bat, even though he couldn't find a way on base.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Stepping in, Christian Walker. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
And that is out of play. Two outs. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
And we're back.
Leading
Bottom of
up
the sixth.
for the
And now for the Twins, Jose Miranda.
Jose Miranda.
Miranda measures 6 feet 2 inches, 26 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2016. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
1-1.
Pitch misses there. Ball 2. Foul ball.
I got 3-2.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
In the air, right field, pretty well struck. McCormick raging back towards the wall. Slams into the wall and hangs on.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold on to it after contact.
Correa in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. There's a strike. Swing and a miss. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. That one ripped right center field. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Relay to second. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Now the third baseman, Royce Lewis. Can't forget the 2-run shot he launched out of here in the 5th.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. The Astros have some action in their pen. Taylor Scott up and throwing. King, a left-hander, also throwing. 1 out and a runner at second. Swing and a grounder foul first base side. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Now it's the right fielder, Matt Wallner. Ball 1 there. That's a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. And that's outside. Connect on the curveball, struck him out. So 1 hit is all they get. 7th inning coming up. Twins 9 and the Astros 8.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Twins.
back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Justin Topa.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Diaz, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back there. And it's gone. Home run. He sends it into the second deck. His second of the year, and we're starting over. It's 9-9. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel. He got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
And stepping in for the Astros, Isaac Paredes.
Counts 1-0.
Inside. And that's ball 1. upstairs. Activity in the bullpen. Brock Stewart warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. Duran, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. And another ball. And he can't come up with it. Still able to fire over, and they get it. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
Up next for the Astros, the designated hitter, John.
So now the Astros designated hitter, John Singleton. 0 for 3 in this one. First offering, and it just misses. That one ripped. Walner going back on this one. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Next offering is outside. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros.
Jeremy Pena.